Hey, hey.
Hey, yay, 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 yo,
What's
yo,
up, man? Hey,
yo.
yo, hey.
Hey, check, 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 1, 2.
Microphone checker.
Hang on, hang on. LaCroix. I think this is the
Oh,
best flavor, man. So, um, I'm doing dry January and
yep, me too.
probably longer, honestly. And
Yep, me too.
um, I become a LaCroix connoisseur.
Ooh, connoisseur.
It's a fancy, yeah, you know what it means.
Yeah,
Honestly,
it's a
like
fancy word.
it's a fancy word for like I drink a lot of it.
Yeah.
Um,
What flavor was that? You had a quick show.
um, this
Cranberry?
is no, actually. So, um, I want to say it wasn't until recent where I noticed like they always had like the normal flavors, right? Like your limes, your
Yep.
strawberries, like pure, you know.
Yeah,
And now they
pure.
got like I picked up key lime yesterday, and then I picked up
Dude,
um hibiscus.
oh, I like key lime a lot.
Key
Big
lime
fan
is
of key lime.
good. Do you like key lime
It's
pie?
very good. Yeah, I do.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
big fan.
Big
Yeah.
two thumbs, two thumbs up,
Two,
bud. Two thumbs
if I
up.
had more thumbs, definitely put them up there, but I actually haven't had it in a long time. Um, dude, I'd love to hear more about dry January. Tell me about it, man. And
Yes.
beyond, you said.
Yeah. Well, so it really started with uh, first off, this is like the first episode I've done in like quite some time. So I know a couple people probably want to hear about my big announcement of
Oh
the
yeah.
child. So we'll get to that. But so it was she was due January 23rd,
Hmm.
um, which was just last week, oddly enough.
Yeah, big
And
congratulations, by the way.
well,
Face
hey,
to face finally.
yeah, yeah. Honestly, like it wasn't too difficult, you know. But
That's
yeah,
good.
yeah,
That's good. I hear some men struggle with it, so I'm glad
it's
it's
yeah, it's yeah, it's tough. But I told myself I think in November I was like, well, I know you're due in January. It could be any time, so I don't want to like have any even like hint of alcohol. You know, like those Tostitos chips where it's a hint of lime. No idea
oh
what
yeah.
I have no idea what that measurement is when it comes to seasoning. Like, like, like
I'll tell you this, it's more than a hint in that bag.
yeah,
Like they
yeah,
that's
just
a
on your
big hint.
fingers. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's pretty
Yeah. Okay.
obvious. It's pretty
So
obvious.
you're
So
like not even a hint.
yeah, I didn't even want to look at it.
Yeah.
Um, like in Spinal Tap, remember that scene with the amplifiers? They're like, no, there's this guitar over here. Don't even look at it. Don't look at that guitar. Okay, sorry. I
What a reference. Throwback. Big throwback.
good movie though. It's a goodie. It's a goodie.
Yeah.
I
Well, you are a movie connoisseur, so you've heard that word before.
actually speaking of that, I have Josiah Dury coming on next week.
Oh, nice,
Yeah,
man. The
so
Durr.
yeah, I'm just starting to pick up some episodes back up. So he's gonna be
Let's
on because we're
go.
gonna talk like Oscars and movies and stuff because it's that time of the year.
Mm.
So
Hmm.
I didn't want to drink at all just in case like I had to drive her to the hospital or something. And then I was
Yeah.
like, you know what, I'm not gonna drink at least through that. And then I was thinking February too, because I'll be watching the kiddo so much. Um
Yeah. Little
and
Ollie.
then yeah, I was gonna go all the way up to March, but we'll see. I mean, I still might, but it's more so like my brother's coming into town and I want to show him
Hmm.
some breweries and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
And like March Madness, you know, there's like some sporting events and stuff that kind of just it's those little things where um like so this is like the longest I've been sober in like many years.
Yeah.
Like
Well,
the longest.
congratulations.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
it's kind of just like opened my eyes a little bit in a couple ways. Not so much that like I had a problem, but it just became more of a like um somewhat routine where it's like, all right, I'm
Yeah.
watching a boxing fight. Yeah, I'm gonna have a cocktail or like crack open
Yep.
some beers. Or like this year specifically, I don't know why I did this. I wanted to feel one with what I was watching. So whenever I would watch Game of Thrones or House of Dragon, I'd have a glass of red wine.
That's a thing. That is real, dude. You see them sipping out of it, you're like, yeah, I need red wine.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
this year I ended up doing anytime I watched a hockey game or it's hockey season, so I just picked up cases of Labatt's Blue.
Just, yeah, dude. One of the boys, man. You know
Yeah.
what? In all honesty, So I really feel you. I tried to do dry January too. I did it unsuccessfully, but there's still power in trying, right?
Was it this
But
year? This year you
yeah,
tried, or
this
like,
year,
oh, okay.
yeah, every year for church we do 21 days of prayer, and so one of the things just felt like on my heart was give up alcohol, and but so I tried to do that among a couple other things, but just recently within the last week, I watched. You've heard of uh, Huberman?
Yeah, I
Um,
really like him.
okay, right. So he's like, yeah, me too. So smart, right? Obviously, if you know, you know. But he had a video he put out about the effects of alcohol on the body and brain, and
Yeah.
dude, it rocked me. I was like, okay, obviously, alcohol tastes good. You know, it's fun. You know, I like it a little bit, and sometimes a little too much. But it was like, but I know it's not great for me.
Hmm.
The science behind how the effects, I'll just say it that way, how the effects of alcohol are like, it was actually alarming to me. I was like, this is actually worse than I knew.
It's
So it kind of
technically a
scared me
poison.
straight. It's literally a poison.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like it's a poison
Yeah.
for your body. Like your
Yeah.
body is like not. I mean, obviously there's the in moderation or responsible, which
Yeah.
yes,
Right.
there's a lot of truth to that. Um, but I feel the times where I like really would like a drink like this month
Uh-huh.
have been the times like a rewarding thing. You know, I
Yeah.
don't want to sound like Bert Kreischer and it's like I'm just celebrating my power or like I'm treating myself. But it was
Yeah.
like um a couple weeks in, I was the next week it was going to be in the negatives weather wise. So it's like, all right, I'm gonna
Oh,
load
wow.
up. Yeah, like I'm gonna load up a bunch of firewood and then haul it into the shed and then chop wood and get my fire ready. It's like, you know what, dude? After I did that, give me a freaking just give me a Belgian double. Give me a couple IPAs. You know what I mean? Um,
Yeah, man. Reward yourself. Yeah.
yeah, that or like I like just if I was doing a bunch of things, I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna chill. I'm gonna unwind. I'm gonna have, I'm gonna pour
Hmm.
a little tequila on the rocks or something and just
Yeah.
sip my night away. And
Well, dude, you said it though. That's for me, it's was like that reward became like a, oh yeah, I did my laundry. I'm gonna reward myself. Like, yeah, you know, I like woke up this morning. I'm gonna reward myself. Where it just becomes
I took a
one thing,
shower, you know.
might as well reward myself. But it became almost too easy to like give myself another reward. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
Well, it
but
doesn't come off as a reward that much anymore. You get them so
right,
much. It's a
yeah, exactly.
participation award, maybe. You know,
Yeah,
hey,
and who
good job,
wants that?
Timmy. You got 10th place. Good job. Like, no, I
Good
don't.
job. You
Yeah,
showed up
you showed
and
up.
you did terrible. Here's the
Yeah,
reward.
yeah.
Yeah,
Um,
man.
but no, so yeah, I've been drinking a lot of LaCroix. I've been getting heartburn from them. Um,
Mm,
which is okay, I
that's not great.
suppose. What's the carbonation?
Yeah, yeah.
I think that's what I'm telling myself.
Yeah, I
Um,
mean, there's no sugars in there still. All natural
there's nothing in
flavors.
here but carbonation, like carbonated water and flavors.
I'm a big fan.
What's funny is like the time I really I enjoy like the first I guess chug of a LaCroix because of the carbonation is so like refreshing and bright that it like just
Oh yeah.
scratches your throat. Like, man, I just got an itch in my throat. Chug a
Yeah,
LaCroix. Just
yeah,
get
dude.
that. I just feel like it's like just flushes everything down.
Oh, dude, it's Drano for the throat. Oh yeah.
That's okay. That's the best example. I was like
Just
trying to think of like a good analogy, and it just like it takes all your gunk, spills it up,
spills up. Yep. Clean the pipes.
and you could breathe. And you could breathe.
Yeah, yeah.
Um,
Big fan, man. Big
big
fan.
fan. So yeah, it's good. Like I said, this is the longest I've gone. Um, I feel sharper, which is,
Uh-huh.
I mean, that makes sense. Like you're not drinking, or at least drinking every day.
Yep.
Um, and I don't know. I feel lighter. Like that's the thing. Like I go to the gym almost
Oh
every
yeah.
single day. So it's like if I'm going to the gym every day and like they're, I mean, I do PT. I train somebody Tuesdays and Thursdays, and then I'm
Yeah.
there Sunday, Monday, Wednesday, Friday taking class.
Wow.
Saturday if I'm not bartending, I'm at the gym. So it's
At
like
the boxing gym?
mhm.
Yeah.
So it's like if I'm doing all of that and putting my body through it, but I'm like
Uh-huh.
drinking, I'm just staying the same, which is fine if I liked where the same was at. Like I didn't like where
Right.
my weight was at. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's a good
So
point, man. Yeah.
like
Like
if
if
I
you want to just stay the same, 2 steps forward, kind of 1 step back, just stay in that kind of same, like,
yeah,
no big deal. But like eventually it is that thing of like eventually if you want to level up or become something maybe we're not yet. I know that's true for me. Like I got to lace down some things so I can say yes to some other things, you know?
yeah,
Like the best version of myself is probably on the other side of not drinking for a while or not doing things that I've done for a while that aren't moving me past that same place.
for sure.
So I feel that.
Yeah. Um, but otherwise
You
it's
actually
been
mentioned boxing. I wanted to ask you about that, dude. Like, how has the boxing been going, man? You're doing PT, you said. How's that going?
yeah, so I still go to the gym that we've talked about before. Um I started, I guess, on the trainer rotation, you could say.
Let's
Um
go.
I started being a trainer there in like middle to late October. I already knew what I was doing just from title and stuff
Yeah.
like that. I know when you
What's
come
this?
visit, when you visit, you're gonna go to this place with me. Whenever
Let's
you and
go.
Obs are in the area.
Let's
So
go. Hand clap.
hand clap. It's called IBG. It's
Mm,
downtown. It's more on like the east side a little bit downtown. Um, it's in kind of like the area that it's in. It's like literally it's on the other side of the railroad tracks, and there's maybe like 3 or 4 houses that are there, but then the rest is just this strip of like warehouses, like a warehouse
okay.
district, and then there's the gym is right there. But then on the other side of the railroad tracks, it's a little more in like the rougher, low income housing, I guess is the proper term to call it.
Sure.
It's definitely just it's in like a more it's somewhat rougher area, like a couple blocks north, southeast in there, like blah blah blah. It's like it's probably don't want to like be in that area.
You're not going running there at like 8, 9 o'clock at night?
No, no,
Probably not.
no. It's just like it's not like I wouldn't say there's 100% chance something's gonna happen, but there's a chance something could happen. You know what I mean? So it's
There's
like
you can't say with certainty there's 100% chance that something won't happen either.
that's actually yeah, that's the best way of doing it. That's the best way of doing it. Um, but the gym is dope, man. It's got Damian Black is the head trainer. He's actually, I think he oversees everything now. He used to be an MMA fighter. He actually is signed with bare knuckle boxing now. Um,
Sick, dude. Shout
yeah,
out.
yeah, he
Nice,
I think he has a fight coming up this spring. He's trying to get on one of the cards. That sport's been blowing up. Um,
bro.
but what's nice is I don't know if you trying to think. So he's an announcer or analyst or ringside commentator. He's a commentator actually for bare knuckle boxing. His name's Chris Liddell.
Okay.
He
Chuck Liddell. I've heard of the Iceman.
no, Chris
Right.
Liddell.
I heard you. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. Big Chuck.
so he was on the Ultimate Fighter season 4. He was in the MMA for quite some time. He fought Robbie
Oh, wow.
Lawler, yeah, like he's fought some
Wow.
tough dudes. So
Some
he's
notables, dude. Legends.
yeah I don't know if he's in the UFC Hall of Fame, but he's in that category of like he's fought Matt Serra, he's fought like he's up in that tier.
Sheesh.
So
Yeah.
and he's a super nice guy. Um,
Yeah.
but he's from Indianapolis. He goes to that gym, and he's a
Cool, man.
commentator for bare knuckle boxing. So it's kind of like he has an in
Wow.
for that.
Yeah.
And
Dude, um, so you got a house of legends there. You got a
yeah,
uh
yeah. Have you
house of hard
remember?
knocks, house of legends.
Do you remember Corey Anderson from the UFC?
Um,
Light heavyweight. Um, he
Corey
was
Anderson.
He's a light
Hmm.
heavyweight, wrestling heavy black dude. He was like the same age as like John Jones. Like he was ranked around that time.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Does he go there too?
he goes there too.
Wow,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
Dude,
So
you
there's
become
some
who you associate with, man. Just
yeah,
show me your people. We can show you your future.
I won't be wrestling with him, but yeah.
Have you ever?
No, I've seen him there a couple times, and then I did like a shadow boxing warm up with a group of people, and he was there. But otherwise, it wasn't anything like sparring with him. I've done some sparring
Yeah,
drills, and I've done some sparring there, but um, Kelsey's not a big fan of me doing that. So
yeah, understandable, man. I mean, you're a dad now. Well, hopefully I didn't just break the big news to the people.
no, 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 no. Yeah, I mean, so yeah, I go to the gym a lot. It's more old school. There's like a huge wrestling room with like pads on, like mats on the wall, on the floor.
Sweet.
Wrestling jujitsu room, I guess you could say. Bags everywhere, speed bag, double end bag, uppercut bag, the big ring. Um, and
Nice.
there's a lot of people there that go there. A lot of pros go there at nighttime too. I just haven't gotten around
Do
to going at
you
night.
Yeah, you're an early morning guy. I see you hitting the text at like 4 sometimes, close to 5, 5:30. I'm like, "Come on, getting it, man. Mr.
Yeah.
Early Morning."
Well, I get up, so it's like a 35-minute drive to the gym now. Now that we moved,
Oh, wow. Oh, yeah.
so it's like 30. I'd say like 30, 35.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, I get up, I go there. The classes start at 6:30. I like getting there really early and getting like the lights on, the music going. I like
Mhm.
jump roping before everyone shows up.
Ah, that's good.
I just like getting loose and warm, you know.
Yeah, that's good.
Um,
Do you hit the ring too? Get a little sparring rounds in?
I do. It depends with who, but like a lot of it's just classes that we do.
Yeah.
Like title classes, I guess you could say, similar in that nature. But we do a lot of circuits and stations as well. Um, and then yeah, like if I do PTs, I spar with that guy, and
Oh,
we'll do
cool.
some. We started doing a couple like sparring drills, like similar to what you showed me probably like 6 7 years ago, where you do a combo with a catch and then they repeat it. It's just like shadow drills and stuff, but you can go
Oh,
at
yeah.
any speed you want. So it's like if I'll
Yeah.
do like a jab cross hook block, like your catch block, right? So if I'm like
Yeah.
doing this and it's just like I can go quick, I could do one quick and then just wait and then go. So it
I like that.
yeah, it's fun.
I like that a lot. I like that because it adds that, like, live element, you know? You can go, like, partner drills to train drill technique, but
Yep.
when you add that, like, sparring, yeah, switching speeds like that, that live element adds something extra to the eyes, man. Like,
And
you don't know
it's
how fast it's coming, when it's coming.
and it's live
Very
teaching too, because you're both like
Mhm.
teaching each other. So if I throw a jab cross hook, you're doing a catch block. And then
Yeah.
as soon as you block that, you throw the jab cross hook. So as soon as I'm done
Yeah.
throwing it, I'm going to catch block. So if you're going back
Yep.
and forth, and it's good because instead of I've done like quite a bit of like just sparring, like no drills, like all right, go light. I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
And with Damien, it's really nice because one, he could piece me up because of his
Yeah.
experience and his size. But what's real nice is he's good at like stopping and just like saying like, hey, after you throw this, you're doing this. Like make sure you don't like keep your hand up here if you're gonna do that. So like
Teaching
that's
in real time.
teaching in time, which is nice. Instead of like, all right, go in there and just start throwing. Like
Yeah.
if anything, I'm
I
just
found
building my
yeah.
toughness. That's it.
Yeah, but that's, like, kind of I could be speaking for myself here only, but that's kind of the last thing that I want. I don't wanna just go in there and be able to just eat shots Rocky Balboa style, like, "Come on. Like, I wanna go in and have, like, a focus. I think there's so much value in, like, sparring games or stopping and teaching in the moment, but, like, yeah, we're having a focus, jab for jab, or, like, we just got the jab cross, you go, I go. Maybe we'll go at the same time, but we got selective weapons, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because otherwise, unless you're, like, able to dial it down or kinda meet like, each other where you're at, it just becomes, like, someone better than you piecing you up. And I know I got hurt in a gym like that before, and it's like, it was almost counterproductive where
Yeah.
I didn't wanna go spar after that, so I like
It's
that, man. Sounds like you got a good coach.
Yeah, we do a good like if it's me and the one guy Tuesday and Thursdays, um I've started to kind of develop like, hey, because I'm training him. So
Yeah,
we'll do for like warm up, we'll do boxing stations. Like I'll have him do resistance band stuff, speed bag, double and bag. Then we'll do noodles and then mitts, and then we'll do some sparring. But I think what we're gonna start doing is like, hey, let's stick with that format. We'll do 1 or 2 rounds of the sparring drill, and then we can do like one live, like
Yeah.
just free sparring, because then you're comfortable a little bit,
Hmm.
instead of just like, all right, here we go light. I mean, who's
Yeah. Right.
who's light? You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
like
Exactly.
there's a weight advantage, there's a height. Like
Yeah.
who's light to him is not light to me, and
Right.
and
And then
vice
as
versa.
soon as someone lands the first big shot, then you're meeting them at that intensity, and it's like it just
Yeah,
escalates.
yeah,
Yeah, it's good to like go light and live too, but I think it's beneficial to build up to it personally.
yeah.
I remember we were sparring that one guy that one time in
Dane,
Indy. Yeah. Big shout out, Big Dane.
dude, he's
And
like
we were
a multiple time like Golden Glove champion in like
yeah, like
Wisconsin. Remember? Do you remember what he said
legit.
about Wisconsin? Do you remember what he said?
Yeah. Yeah, he was like, "Yeah, I, like, won it, like, a couple times or whatever and had to, like, move on."
Yeah, I
Like,
beat
he, like,
everybody
cleaned
here.
house. Yeah, he just was like but we were trying to, kinda grow in that, and so we were trying to play games and have a focus, and he's like, "Man, let's just spar. Let's just
Yeah,
spar." And I'm like, "That's cool, man. That's definitely beneficial, and there's a time, place for it," but I find, like, yeah, for especially for, like, beginners, more beginners who are learning,
yeah,
it because boxing is a lot, like you got offense coming at you. You got to think about your defense. What are your feet doing? You got so many things that your brain is thinking about at once. So it's like if you can isolate some of those things to help people think rather than just having a barrage of everything coming at them all at once.
yeah. So
But
I used to have like a different mindset where I was like, let's just do it and see what happens. And I'm like, yeah, but I'm not learning anything. And then now
yeah,
it's like the more you do it, you're like, okay, it's a lot of it. And I've been watching videos of people, which it's doesn't help too much. Sometimes it does, but it's just like a lot of like if you're going light, you're try to relax because you're already
yeah,
exerting so much energy just with your
uh huh,
adrenaline. And it's just like Sean Strickland has
yeah,
this video. It's one of my favorite videos of him. And he's just like showing people like how to like catch and box. He's
uh
like,
huh,
look how relaxed I am, dude. Like my hands are already
yeah,
here. I like barely have to move them. Just whoop, 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 catch. Like
yeah,
don't be so like tense or whatever.
uh huh, yeah.
And it's
Just
it's
exhale.
yeah, just
Yeah.
breathe, buddy. Just breathe, man. It's all right.
Yeah,
It's just
man.
it's
Yeah,
just
you'll be
air.
hey, you'll be okay. Yeah.
Yeah, you're fine. You're fine. It's
Keep
just
your
air.
eyes up. Yeah.
So
Yeah, we're
yeah,
all
man.
friends here.
Box gym has been good. Um,
That's good, man.
uh, yeah, it's a lot of work, but it's good. Like I'm seeing results now, basically from like I've seen results before January, but now I mean I'm down. I'm probably it's really hard to tell every time I weigh myself, but I feel lighter, and I think I'm down at least 13 pounds.
That's big, man. Let's
Yep,
go.
yep.
Yeah,
I'd like to walk around at like 190. That'd be
190. Yeah.
that'd be like my spot I'd like to just
Ooh.
chill at.
Yeah. That'd be great, man. I'm trying to put on some muscle, some mass, some
Okay.
girth, if you will.
Some
Yeah.
girth.
Some I dude, I I understand that a lot of that comes with eating. Like for example, you may you may know what I mean when I say if you've seen Zac Efron on the cover of Iron Claw, the
Did
new
you see
movie he's
that?
in,
Did you see that movie?
I saw it. Yeah,
Okay, hang on. Over or under the amount of times you cried? 4.
dude, under. But good lord, that was a tragic story. That
Oh
was so
man,
sad,
I
bro.
cried so many times, dude.
It was so sad.
And justice for Zach, man. He should have got nominated for an Oscar.
Yeah, and I mean, yes, as well as an Oscar for beefing up for beefiness. He looked
Yeah.
so girthy. I
I
mean,
think
he had
he's
no neck, just you could crack a pencil in his pecs.
I feel like I'm gonna check this with Josiah for next week, but there I wonder like what are if the Oscar has like certain like I don't want to say qualifications, but like what exactly makes an Oscar nominated film? I believe
Yeah,
a lot of it is like the transformation an actor or actress will go through. So
right,
Like
right.
Christian Bale in The Fighter when he won an Oscar, it's like, dude, he dropped
Yes.
so much weight,
Uh-huh.
and then you got someone like Zach who beefs the hell up.
Yeah.
Like
Like I heard he put on like 15 plus pounds of muscle and it shows. I mean, he was beef caked up.
he's got
But
the special Mexican supplements, man. You know that. He's got that.
oh yeah, yeah,
He's
no,
got
no regulations.
he's
USADA
got a
ain't
li- he's got a
testing
little bit
him.
of help with him. We know he's got something going on there, man. Come on now.
100%. But
Come
he
on.
said too, he's like, honestly, I had to eat so much. He's like, it's gonna be really hard to sustain. I probably won't sustain it because it's so much eating. And I've heard that before. I just know that's true. And I kind of live as far as nutrition goes. I would say I'm like maybe above average in my knowledge of nutrition. Not like if average is right here, I might be like one tier. Like I have a
Okay.
baseline, a good level of baseline knowledge, right? But I'm not like an Andrew Huberman, right? Um, but I say that to say I know the like general rules and I don't eat a lot. I like follow general rules. I'm not taking like two or three meals a day. I'm like grazing, I'm eating kind of minimal. You know what I mean? So beefing up or gaining mass is not like my regular flow.
Yeah.
It would be like very much a hard habit to like, all right, hunker down and make 3, 4 meals a day, you know what I mean? But um little at a time, little at a
A
time.
lot of time. Yeah. I
Yeah,
mean, a lot of it for me, like as far as like me feeling lighter, was just definitely beer.
yeah,
And then my portion controls have gotten better over the last like 6 months. I would always eat
yeah,
seconds or like,
yeah,
like I don't care, you know.
yeah, yeah,
But for sure, like my thing is I want to lose enough weight, and then then it just turns into moderation on
hmm,
certain things, so you kind of like maintain, like maybe fluctuate 5 pounds or something, instead of
yeah,
just sit like me. I was sitting at like 228 for the longest
yeah,
time, and I'm like, I don't like, it's not 228 a muscle, like, you know what I mean?
right.
I definitely have some muscle mass on like my back and my arms and my legs for sure, but I was just like, I don't like feeling like, ugh, you know,
Yeah, yeah,
like
oh yeah,
bloated and stuff. I'm not a fan of that. And
yeah, yeah,
I feel it I would always like look it in my face and stuff. And even like a week after like not drinking or eating too much bread, like my face just, I noticed it first in my face. I just look skinnier.
yeah.
So
That's crazy that after a week you could tell. That's
yeah.
awesome, man.
Well, I'm
Yeah,
superhuman. So
that's true. Yeah,
I'm blessed. I'm blessed,
that's
baby.
a known fact. Yeah, got good
Blessed.
genes in you.
Blessed.
Yep.
Blessed.
Speaking of blessed, dude, you just reminded me. I'm sure we'll be all over the place today, but the Blessed Express versus Justin Gaethje, pretty crazy matchup.
Oh, UFC. Um, yeah,
pretty pretty crazy.
I um I wanted to talk to you about all of that. Um, but first let's just point out, let's just get everything out of the way. So I had a child.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, you did, man. Let's
Um,
go, dude. Come on.
and it has definitely opened up my eyes in a lot of ways. Um, Probably only told a couple people so far. We've just been so busy. Like he was born on the 17th. Um, he went in, she was induced. She took a nap. No, she was induced, had her epidural, took a nap, and then like 2 hours later, it was like, hey, it's about go time, you know. And I don't know, I don't think it's like this for everyone who has a baby, but it was nothing like you see in the movies. Um,
Really.
as far as like the screaming and the throwing stuff all over the place and like yelling and grabbing and everything.
So wait now. Are
Hang
you
on,
saying
hang on. I'm not saying it's easy. I'm going to clarify that. I'm saying what you see in the movies is like the people screaming and throwing shit all over the place. I
yeah.
think I think it probably looks like that for someone who didn't get an epidural, because the epidural numbs your whole bottom half of your body.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So, and it's probably not like that for everyone. So I am not an expert. I've seen one baby come out of a woman, not an expert. Okay. And in my one experience, I'm going off of what I've seen.
Okay. Well, that's good. I thought you were saying that was your experience, like throwing, things getting flipped, like Jesus in the temple, but that's good. So she was numb, just didn't even know she birthed the baby that easy, or
No,
was
no,
it
no, no.
like,
She knows. She knows.
okay,
So it was. We were at, I think, one of the best hospitals. That, well, definitely the hospital for sure delivers the most babies in the state. I think it might be more than like just the state. They're
it's a fun
top
fact.
notch. It's called Community
Wow.
North. Um, it's in like Castleton,
Oh,
Indiana.
okay.
Um,
Yeah, yeah.
and you go in, the room that you check into is like the room that you deliver in, and then you stay there. So it's like it's a setup, the setup of like a pretty nice room. Like I had my own little couch that kind of like folded down somewhat to sleep on. Wasn't the most comfortable, but it was like better than a chair.
Yeah.
She had her
Yep.
bed just posted up. Um, but yeah, it was, you know, checks every like when she went in, it was like she had to pee every 2 hours or less than 2 hours. She had to pee like almost every hour, but she's hooked up to the machine.
Wow.
So I would have to wake up and like just unplug her, kind of like make sure she was good to walk in. And when she walks back, I would
Wow.
just plug her in. This was before the
Here's a
epidural. So this was like,
okay.
because when you get the epidural, you can't really walk. So like she couldn't go pee at that point.
Oh,
So
yeah.
this was before the inducing and everything, and it was just like, hey, I gotta go to the bathroom. All right, I got you. Boom, because she couldn't reach to unplug from the machine.
Yeah.
So that was the first
Wow.
night. Boom, the induced, and then it's me and one other nurse. Um, and we're like holding, each one of us are holding one of her legs up, her ankle up, and then all she's telling Kelsey is like, Kelsey's like, here, just grab. She's like, Kelsey, grab your hands, and then just pull your legs in towards your chest. Just pull them in. Just take a deep breath in, and then push. Hold it for 10 seconds. Exhale, and then go again, and then hold for 10, and then go. So it was like, do that 3 times, and then like, all right, get a little breather until the next contraction, and then boom, and then just started getting closer and closer. And then as soon as like the head was about to pop out, that's when the doctor and the other nurse comes in. So like really, it's just the nurse like making sure like, all right, we're just about ready. Just chill. Hey, we're ready for you guys.
Wow.
Come in, scrub up, pop the baby out.
Easy as that.
Yeah,
1, 2, boom, blam.
it was it
Wow,
was
man.
it was
So you
wild.
and nurse were holstering her, helping her breathe
So
through
I'm
it.
yep, I'm on one side. My
Yep.
left hand was holding up her leg, and then my right arm was like behind her like head or
Wow.
her back or something. And then it was just like push out and again and then again. Because
Wow.
if you don't hold for 10 seconds, it's like um it's like it's like you're pushing out like you're pooping, and like the turd goes out and then in, out and in. So when that
Oh,
happens,
wow.
like picture that. When that happens though, like the baby's head is like going in and out of the canal, which makes its shape kind of funky. So
Oh,
that's
the
why
canal or
they're
the
like the that area. So that's
oh,
why they
gotcha, gotcha.
say make sure you hold that push
I see.
instead of just like
So you, like, push it out, hold it in position, push it out a little farther, hold it in position,
yeah, yeah,
so
yeah.
it's not going back in and out.
Yep. Yep.
Wow, man. So what's going through your head when you're experiencing this, holding her up, watching her breathe,
Honestly, like
watching your
I at
baby?
first, yeah, watch my baby come out. At first, I was worried, because we have like some very close friends of ours, like obviously Rob and Andrea, they have 2 kids, um,
Yeah,
and then a good friend of mine, I call her Kimbo, her name's Kimberly. Her and her husband are good friends of us. They also have 2 kids, but Kimbo was like, the tough part for you could be like you're seeing your wife like go through pain and you can't do anything about it. So
yeah,
I was worried about that,
yeah.
and I was fine because she was doing great, and and it was just more so like, all right, I mean, like we're here, like that was my mindset. I'm like, I'm not like I can't go anywhere, so it's just like I may as well just be present, be in the moment, um,
Yep.
and
That's a good
like
call.
yeah, it's like I can't.
It's a
What
good
am I gonna
husband call.
Well, it's like, am I gonna freak out and just be like, I don't want to be here? Like, you don't have
Yeah.
that option. I mean, I guess you do have that option, but then of course you're a scumbag douchebag if you do that. Like, if you
I
just
was
want
gonna
to go,
say, I've heard stories of, like, bad husband stories in the delivery room, so I
yeah,
think
they're
you made
like,
a great choice,
"Ugh,
man.
I don't want to see this. I'm out of here. Okay, that's
Yeah.
fine. I don't care. Um, but it was more so like she was pushing out. I would look. There's no curtain, okay, it's not like I said, there's not a curtain there. So it's just like I
The
look,
the,
I'm like,
the veil's
okay,
been torn.
yeah. And and so like you're like seeing like her stomach's starting to get a little like thinner or starting to drop a little bit, right? Just because like here's where the baby is, and then it's starting to obviously it has to come out. So like you
Right.
could start to see like the her belly start to shift a little bit, and then like you
Wow.
look and you're like, all right, it's getting closer, and the nurse is there like guiding everything, so that part's a little
Yeah.
weird, right?
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
and then it's like you look a little bit and you could see like if the baby has a lot of hair, which Oliver does, like you would see like the baby's like skull and some hair, and I'm like, oh,
Uh-huh.
okay, we're here, dude. and and then yeah, and then like the doctor came in. They do this all the time, so they're just like, oh, hey guys, how we doing? All right, let's do this. Sorry, my back's
Oh,
feeling
that
all
is
tight. Yeah,
funny, dude.
they're just
You're like
chill.
freaking out, trying to just like be in the craziness of it. And they're like, oh, hey, yeah.
I was kind of calm. Like I was expecting myself to be more of like a comic relief, but like both of us were kind of
Yeah.
calm and chill. Like it was just like
Wow.
Kelsey wasn't nervous or anything. I was praying a lot too, but like it was
Yeah.
good, man. We were in it.
It's good, man.
And then yeah, doctor comes in, she just like getting all scrubbed up. Hi guys, how we doing? All right. Ooh, everything's looking good. Sorry, my back's a little tight. I was ice skating with my family the other day and I just fell and hurt my back. All right, guys. So
So nonchalant. Just,
like, all right, once this is done, I got an 11 o'clock to go deliver one. So let's just keep this going. But no, it was cool. So he
very
it
cool.
was it was like push, 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 okay, right there. And then as soon as like the head pops out, um, it's just like boom, he just pops right out. So as he was like coming out, she's the doctor told Kelsey, it's like, all right, come see your baby. She looks down, she's like, oh my gosh, because it's like an alien just came out of your body,
Yeah.
and then and you see him or the child, and they asked if I want to cut the umbilical cord. So they put a clamp, like they leave probably I don't know half of your index finger of umbilical cord on the baby, put a clamp on it, and then they put another clamp on the other side, and you just cut in between the clamps. They give like the scissors is on there. You just walk up and just go snip, like
Sweet.
that's it. Yep.
Yeah.
And then they do that. The nurse hands him over to Kelsey. Kelsey holds him so you get like some skin to skin contact.
Yeah.
Which is super. I don't know if you've heard or if ops. It's like super beneficial for the baby. Like
Yep.
you guys are
I
connecting and
have heard
everything.
that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That initial first connection.
Yep. And then yeah, like the doctor just pulls out the placenta and all that stuff, and then cleans up, dries
The
everything off.
doctor does that?
Yeah, yeah, because
Okay.
it's sitting in like it's still in there.
Okay.
So
It
like
doesn't
so
I do have some anatomy questions, because I've never experienced this yet. But so the placenta is not just like a car that's following traffic, like running a red light. It's not coming through too. It's got to be like,
I think sometimes it does.
okay,
I don't know for sure. I'm nowhere near an expert, but I've seen
you've
enough.
you've seen, you've seen some things.
I will say this from my perspective.
Yeah.
I wasn't grossed out.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
just
So
like,
the
all
doctor
right.
kind of pulled the assist, helped out in
Yeah,
the rest of it. Okay.
yeah,
Interesting, man. Wow. I
yeah.
probably sound like just so ignorant. Like, dude, you don't know this. No, I don't.
I
And
wouldn't
I'm
know.
so, I mean, you've now seen it face to face, but childbirth has got to just be one of the greatest miracles of all time.
Dude, it
But
was insane.
wild too. Yeah.
I think we were in. I don't know if I'm still in shock about it. I don't know. My feelings have been like wonky. I feel like the last like year or so. It's weird. But like
Yeah.
when the baby came out and everything, we were just like looking around like this is real, But it wasn't. I think it hits everybody differently. Like I didn't cry until um I didn't cry until the drive home from the hospital. That's like when I started bawling a little bit. That was for different
Really?
reasons. Um,
Yeah.
but um, but yeah, sorry, I thought I heard something. Anyways, but yeah, I mean, it was like you have this baby. It's like, hey, this is our baby. Like it's here, you know.
Uh-huh.
So it's just wild. It's crazy. It's a
Wow.
crazy adventure. But you're there for a couple days. Um, Nurses come and check every couple hours because we're
Hmm.
breastfeeding, so he's got to eat. I mean,
Yep.
regardless of how he's eating, like he's got to eat every 2 to 3 hours. Um, he's super cute. Um, I've only heard him like screech cry twice, and
Uh-huh.
one was when he had to get like his Hep B shot. That's like the one of the first things like a baby has to get when it comes out. It's like hepatitis B and whatnot. And
Yeah.
then when they brought him back after snipping him, um, and then he peed. So it's like so
Oh.
because he
Ooh.
got snipped and then like
Yep.
he had to change his diaper and he peed on it. So it's like, dude, you got like
Ooh.
urine on top of like a
Oh, the old
cut.
tender. Yeah.
Those are the
Ah.
two times he was
Oh, the poor lad.
screeching.
Yeah.
Um,
Well,
Otherwise,
I don't blame him.
now,
Yeah.
yeah, now I mean, now we're back at the house. It's just learning his sleep windows, learning his wake windows. He is 12 days old now. Um,
12 days. Oh, wow. Do you guys feel like you've gotten a rhythm? Like you're starting to be
yeah,
like, okay, 12 days in now. Yeah.
I mean, as best of a rhythm that you can be in, I suppose. It's gonna change over time, but like newborns, dude, for the most part, they sleep a lot. So
Yeah.
it's just kind of working around that. Like he doesn't know what day and nighttime is. He knows if it's light outside and dark outside, but that's about it.
Yeah.
I mean, he was
Yeah.
born in the winter, so it's like it's dark at like 6:30 or 7 o'clock.
Yeah, dude. Ready to sleep again.
Yep.
Yeah. How's your sleep been? Are you waking up every couple hours? Are you sleeping only a few hours? Are you pretty tired or do you feel like, all right, I'm
So
energized. I'm in dad mode.
so it's kind of weird. I mean, that's probably one thing too with not drinking. Like I wake up in the middle of the night and I'm not like groggy or super exhausted.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'll wake up, I'm tired, but we tried for a couple nights. You track everything on a phone app now. Like there's like
Yep.
certain phone apps for like, all right, when did we change his diaper last? How often does he sleep? Feeding and everything like that. And it's super beneficial for when you have a pediatrician. Like he went to the pediatrician today, so like it's his child doctor, and they'll ask you those questions like, hey, what's his sleep like? Or, does he like, hey, he's acting this way. Like, how often does he pee or something? How many like wet diapers? And you could pull the app up and be like, hey, I swap out like 6 wet diapers a day, but you're telling me you should be doing this. So then they can kind of like
Yeah.
look into it. But honestly,
It's helpful.
like he's laying down right now. Um, he falls asleep when we're holding him, but it's mainly after he gets fed. So a lot of the rotation is um change him, feed him, and then he goes to sleep. And he sleeps for about like three. It is weird though. Like during the day, he'll sleep for like 2 hours,
Hmm.
hour and a half to 2 hours. But at nighttime, like when we go to sleep, dude, he's out. Or at least I think he is because I'm out. He's out for like three. He's out for like 3 to 3.5 hours. Um,
Oh, that sounds great, dude.
yeah. So like we'll both wake up. If we both wake up, it's quicker. So like I'll wake up and then I'll go to the bassinet, pick him up, hold him for a little bit, and then I'll start to change his diaper. While I'm doing that, she's getting set up to like breastfeed. And then
Hmm.
as soon as he's like on and everything's good, like I'll stay up a little bit to make sure she's okay, and then I'll doze off. Um, and then she'll stay up for a little bit just to feed him, and then rock him to sleep for. It depends. Like after a lot of times, like a baby's tired, and then you feed them, like dude, they turn into just like this lifeless being afterwards. They're just so like, just like they're passed out. Like they're
Yeah.
super
The
asleep.
deepest REM sleep you could possibly
Oh,
be in.
dude. So I'm so envious when that happens. I just see him. I'm like,
Yeah.
man, I want to do that right now.
Uh-huh.
Like just a bottle of melatonin or something, and he's just out. But
Oh,
the sleep
man.
is fine. I mean,
Good.
like it'll be, he's asleep now, but it'll be like 10 o'clock, uh, that rotation, and then probably like 1 or 2 a.m. quick rotation to do that, and then it's like 5 o'clock. Well, I'm getting up at 5 to go to the gym, so like I'm
Yeah.
already I'm a little more tired throughout the day, but
Yeah.
I got coffee. I haven't had Celsius in like probably most of the month actually, so
Wow, dude.
I do miss my Celsius.
That's a big deal. I made a decision today. I was at the gas station. I was like, I'm gonna buy a Celsius. I've had them
It's
throughout
the
the
best.
21 days.
I think they're the best energy drink on the market, like
I do
health
too,
wise and
honestly. Yeah,
feeling wise.
they're
They're the
clean
best.
energy. I agree. No sugar, no artificials. But I went for up time. If you heard of that one, it was like it had L-theanine in it, which I like. Kind of relaxing. But it did not have taurine. I heard Andrew Huberman say something about the negative effects of taurine as well.
Taurine's in
I'm
like
like
all the
anything.
monsters and stuff, right? Isn't that like the
Yes,
yeah,
yeah, one, yeah. Monsters no good, but yeah,
no good.
Celsius is like number one. It's the cleanest. I do feel like on a Huberman note again. I'm like because I got on a kick. I listened to like 6 hours of him the other day. I'm like anything this man says, I'm just gonna regurgitate it and count it as truth. I mean, he is like
Is that the
a
right word?
smart. You will like like bring it back up.
There we go.
Like yeah, I'm gonna like
Yeah.
bring it back up. But yeah, dude, I love a good Celsius.
Yeah, I love them. So yeah, it's just been a lot of coffee, and I drink my coffee. I'd say like 99.9% of the time I'm drinking coffee just straight, just no cream, no sugar, just straight black. Just that's it.
Dude, that's the way, brother.
Um,
That's the way.
I will say though, like a couple of weeks ago, I bought Kelsey drinks it with creamer, and I saw a creamer flavor. I'm like, you know what? This is they were on sale. They're like the Kroger brand for like 250 or 299. I was like, all right, I'll get one for her, but I'm gonna get one for myself. I got creme brulee.
Oh wow. Oh, you fancy.
I've never felt more white in my life, man. Like
Oh
I
man, you're a connoisseur, baby.
ooh.
Word of the night.
Yeah.
I like I like it with either butter,
Okay.
coconut coconut oil, or cinnamon. I've been putting so like butter and cinnamon in it, spruce it up a little bit, get some benefits, but
Yeah.
add some flavor to it as well.
I used to put ghee in there.
Really?
Yeah, I think we talked about that last time you were on, and I forgot what the benefits were. I don't do it
Is it
anymore.
is it like a healthy fat? Is that the
It's a
benefit?
healthy ghee. Yeah, ghee's a healthy fat. It's like a healthy butter.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
guess.
Yeah. So
You
yeah,
know,
get your healthy fats in. Yeah.
healthy fats in. So
Yep. I like it though, dude. I like that. Well, that's good, man. Got your caffeine still. Got your coffee.
yeah,
Doing your dad
and
thing. Getting into the rhythm of things.
doing the dad thing. My brother hasn't met him yet. My mom was there the day he was born. She came down.
Oh,
Um,
nice.
and she's actually chilling in Tennessee right now, but she's coming back up. Um,
Really? What's going
she's
on in Tennessee?
she's got a very good friend down there. Her and so her friend was in the quilting group with her up in Cambridge.
Yeah.
Um, so her friend and husband live in Tennessee. I don't know where in Tennessee, but they've lived there for a couple years now. So my mom will go and visit them every once in a while. So she's going down there. She'll be on her way back on Friday, and she'll stop here for the night to see the baby, and then she's going back to Minnesota, and
So, is she quilting? She be quilting? She
she's
be
always quilted.
slanging them quilts?
She quilted one for Ollie. Yeah, she made a
Oh,
quilt for him.
nice, man. Dude, that thing is gonna probably last forever and be like one of
Yeah,
his favorite things as he grows up.
she has. It's so impressive because she'll send my my brother, Kelsey, myself, and my brother's fiance are all in a group message with her. She'll send pictures of like, oh, I had a quilting treat. I should have this quilt on, and she's just super. I don't know if it's like a combination of being humble or just she's not aware of how like impressive it is.
Uh-huh.
I think it's a combination of both because she's like,
Yeah.
yeah, like I don't know, everyone thinks this is cool. They want me to like enter it in the Isani County Fair, and I'm like, why don't you do that? I don't know. I'm like, just do it. Like, who cares? Like, get a
Yeah.
ribbon or something, you know.
Dude,
But she quilts, man. She quilts a
it's
lot.
yeah. You remember my Uncle Mark, long hair, stuck in
Oh,
the 70s, just loves rock and roll.
hey,
His
he would not say stuck, and I wouldn't either. I love his
No,
hair.
yeah, no, it's like the best stuff. Like he is an old head.
Yeah,
But love Uncle Mark, but his wife, Aunt Luann, as I so affectionately refer to her, she's a quilter too. Like probably similar tier to your mama. But
yeah,
it's like, dude, quilting is like a big deal, you know. But like same thing, retreats. I mean, like a shed of like the equipment is like
it's insane.
industrial size. Like it's
It's
insane.
insane. Yeah,
Yeah. She made us one, Aubrey and I one. We got it on our bed right now at the foot of our bed. Keeps my feet very warm,
yeah.
probably too warm personally, but I love it. I love looking at it. It's so beautiful and intricate. I'm like, this is literally amazing. They spend like the same amount of time you would spend like for a work week on a single quilt. I'm like,
And one or
this is
sometimes longer. Yeah,
incredible. Yeah, truly incredible. So for all the quilters, all the moms, all the aunts, man, we just truly love it. Anyone listening who's in the quilting world, man, keep going.
yeah,
Keep up the good work.
yeah. She's made me. I think she made me two now. One of them was like this. I think it's called like a me quilt or a
Oh,
you quilt or something, and it's all each individual patch is something about like myself.
wow.
Same and the same for my brother. I don't know the term. I'm sorry to the quilters out there if you're listening. I'm sorry. Um, but no, she's cool. So, but she's down there now. She's gonna come up. She'll stop and see the baby. She made she's super crafty. So she made
Yeah.
this thing out of um it's like a sensory toy that like kids have. So it sounds like plastic and everything. But
Uh-huh.
it's a patch and one half is like a pair of my dad's jeans and then the other
Oh,
half is a
cool.
pair is like part of his shirt or a
Mhm.
sweatshirt or something. And then there's like loops and stuff on it. But it's something of my dad's, which is like super dope. So
That's very cool. And
yeah.
he's got your dad's namesake, which
He
is
does.
amazing.
He does. And honestly, I think that that's I would definitely say that's probably why I cried on the way home because it's just like the
Yeah.
memories of all that stuff and it's like, and I know you're in a similar boat, which I'm sorry about that. But like yeah, like it's just
Thank you.
weird because like I'm a dad now and like my dad's not here, so it's just that type of it's a weird thing that I've talked to a couple friends about it that have been in a similar situation to it. It's like you just kind of play the cards that you are dealt with, I guess, is kind of a way of
Yeah.
wording it. It's always going to be there as a reminder, which it
Yeah.
sucks, definitely sucks, but you know,
Well, but now you have this really cool opportunity to like you passed your dad's name on and he
yeah,
gets
that's
to
true.
almost you get to pass his legacy on as well
Yeah,
and instill in him things that your dad instilled in you. And so the memory lives on. And which is a beautiful thing.
yeah,
Beautiful thing.
yeah.
So job well done, man. Way to honor,
I
way to
think
honor your
so.
parents and to
I think so.
and to carry on a life well lived.
That's all we can do, man. I think that's all we can try to do, at least. You know.
Yeah.
Um, how long? So how long has it been with your dad now?
It's been, let's see, it's probably really terrible. I don't know the exact date off the top of my head, but maybe 6 months,
Yeah,
somewhere in there.
yeah.
Yeah, July, August, September. Can't quite remember, but yeah, man. Yeah, it was very sudden. Well, I think we may have talked about this a little bit, but he had a stroke and
Right.
then he had multiple strokes. And so his decline was rapid. It was very
Okay.
fast.
Hmm.
Like he lost all motor function, all control, speech, almost to the point of all, but like mm, most of it. And so when we went back up there,
My grandpa was the same way. But yeah, it was
yeah,
sorry,
yeah.
keep going. Yeah,
So
it's
yeah,
just like
oh
it's just
yeah. So
weird
you've
how it just
experienced it,
goes a little
yeah.
bit.
And you met my dad too. He's country guy, built our house with his own hands, lived off the land, a simple man, played guitar his whole life. And um,
That's a dream. That's
yeah,
such a dream, dude. Like the older like I get, and actually
yeah,
I'm not even like we're not even that old, but it's like
right.
I want land, a cabin,
Yeah.
Just give me
Well, dude, when I
Wi-Fi so
heard
I
you
can
say
stream something. But yeah, I just want.
right. Yeah, I need a couple pleasures still, but I heard you say you mentioned wood in the beginning, firewood, and I was like, oh, dude, made my heart come alive, dude.
Yeah,
Just
I
having
can't, dude.
firewood and
I can't
something to
wait for
split,
you.
like,
I can't wait
oh,
for you to come here, man. Um, I got a axe, but also I picked up like a maul too, and I'm just.
oh, dude, oh, that's my childhood and my whole heart.
I feel
I
so
just want to
manly
split
doing it.
all the wood. Yeah, yeah. We used to we used to split cord. We used to have friends over to our house and just split wood. And I mean, it helped us out obviously, but it was also just so fun. Such a good workout too.
Yeah.
But so then when we went up to visit him for the last time, um, he was in real rough shape, and but there was really sweet moments that we got to have with him. Like there was moments where he was really coherent and present, you know, and did his best to articulate what was going on in his head, but even though it didn't come out, you know, all the way, probably like he
Mhm.
wanted it to. But we got to share some laughs and some memories, and he was just so weak in body, man, and which was really hard to see. But we also, my sister at one point, Shauna, had given him permission once we were all there, and she was like, "Hey, Dad, like it's okay. Like if
Yeah.
you need to like be done, like it's okay, you know." And so we got to share a lot of like, "Hey, Dad, thank you, man, for just loving us and raising us and a life well lived," and like cry together, you know, and laugh. And the day after that is when he passed. And so it was almost like he was like holding on, you know, almost as like a I'm trying to see my kids, my whole family one last time.
Yeah.
I don't know if that was the case or not, but you hear stories of that sometimes, you know, where like it's almost like when you give people permission, they're like, okay, it's okay, you know. So it was obviously hard and bittersweet, but it was also very sweet that we got to I count it a blessing in that sense,
Yeah.
you know, that we got to see him one last time and pray him off and love on him and just at least share some final words, you know. Um, yeah, man. So I it's weird though too, like you know, too, just processing through it, you know, like
Mhm.
you experienced it as well, but like yeah,
It's
he's
weird.
gone. And so you just remember, you
Yeah.
know, and yeah,
It's different too because uh, our situations were mine was more quick instead of
yeah,
just like, hey, he's declining, he's starting to get there, like you got to go see him. Like I don't want to say there's like a better of the two, obviously, but I
yeah,
think
right.
it's one of the things where like I don't know how I would feel if it was, if I was in your shoes and it's like I'm watching like my dad, who's like in my eyes the strongest person that I've known, and like you're seeing this, this is weird compared to my
Yeah.
situation, um, which was also kind of strange too because I remember the last time I talked to him on the phone was a Friday, and it was like the longest I talked to him on the phone for, and
Hmm.
I know we I'm sure we talked about this, and um, it was like the longest I talked to him on the phone for, and we are just talking about like, yeah, like work's going good, like I'm probably gonna get promoted to this. They have me doing this thing now, and like Kelsey's good, everything's cool at the house right now. Um, kind of just I said we talked about because I have a Jeep, and he talked to me about the Jeep, and I was like, yeah, like I know you saw a picture of it, but I'll be up there soon. We can check it out. And then it was like a 30-minute phone call, which is the longest that we've talked on the phone probably ever, right?
Yeah,
And then it
yeah.
was it's like, all right, man, well, yeah, like I'm proud of you, like I love you and stuff. I'm like, oh, I love you too. And then I text my brother, um, I think that night, and is either that night or the next day. And I said, yeah, I talked to Dad, like probably the longest I've talked to him on the phone for. Like, I don't know, it was
Uh-huh.
weird. And he's like, yeah, he did the same thing to me. It's probably because mom is at a quilting retreat. He's just bored and lonely. I was like, yeah, probably. Who knows? But I still believe to this day, like that was just God's way of speaking to us and being like, hey, this is like your time to get a good conversation in. Um,
Yeah.
and then it was I remember I think I bartended that Saturday, I bartended that Sunday, and I remember closing Sunday night, and I worked the next day, and that's when he passed away. So my mom came home that Sunday from the quilting retreat, and then it was like that Monday morning that they're like, hey, he just died in his sleep. I'm like, okay, it's
Yeah.
super weird, because it was super quick. So the
Uh-huh.
processing was, I think the processing was more like, and actually, well, I don't know compared to yours, but it was just like a quick process. Like all I could
Yeah.
say for like 10 minutes straight was like, I don't know what to do. Like those are the only
Uh-huh.
things I could say. Like, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. Like, I don't know, like what do I do? What do I do? What do I do? Um, and I've probably told this story quite a few times. I'm sorry if I'm repeating myself, but it's just like it's a weird way of processing it. So
Yeah.
now that it's like, he's been over 2 years now. His birthday's in a couple months. So I always do his birthday tradition, which
Hmm.
is where every birthday I'll get, look, it's not the healthiest, but my dad loved it. So I'll get two sausage McMuffins with cheese, no egg from McDonald's. That's the only McDonald's I'll ever eat. Like I don't own anything else. I'll do a little sausage patty, okay? Just
Hey,
give
in
me a
honor
breather.
of him, hey, yeah,
So I'll do two of
that's
those.
blessed.
I'll do two of those. Um I'll drink green tea. Or I'll drink tea, unsweetened tea. That's all he would drink if it wasn't water.
Oh wow.
And then Cayman Jacks, like the bottled margarita, which is super sweet and just rough. And then I'll listen to Bob Dylan, Frank Zappa, and Eric Clapton. Those
Oh,
those are his three guys, and or Chicago. And then I will uh oh, I have a bottle of his favorite scotch that I open up just for his birthday. It's 14-year Oban.
wow.
And then
I
once,
love
I
that,
mean,
dude.
once that bottle's done, I'll buy another one for the same thing, just care. But that was like one of his last ones. So,
Yeah,
uh,
I love that. That's very specific to him, to honor him. I love that.
yeah.
Dude, me and my dad played so much Bob Dylan growing up.
Mhm.
And so, same in my heart too. Bob Dylan has such an affinity, dude. Just sitting around the table, he would play. One of my favorite things about my dad, he's a big guitar player. He wrote a lot of music, but acoustic player. But he would always get so like emotional, teary eyed, and
Mhm.
whenever he'd sing a song, he'd always be plucking and strumming for like a couple minutes, giving like a nice little intro, and then he'd play it, and music just like moved him. Like he would be done, and then he would be like teary eyed, and I'm like, gosh, I love that so much. So many times, dude, playing Bob Dylan songs and like seeing him
Mhm.
teary eyed and like having moments like that through music and namely Bob Dylan, dude.
Do
Like
you think?
I
Okay.
I love Bob Dylan.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm just gonna say this, and this is not an knock towards your dad or my dad because they were the same when it came to that. Do you
Yeah.
think they both sang Bob Dylan because Bob Dylan is not a good singer and like anyone could sound?
He's a unique singer though. Like,
I
oh
think
my
he's an
gosh.
easy one to sing to sound like him, yes, but also to like his singing style was more like I guess like
Yeah. He
bluegrassy or
he
something like
wasn't
that.
a singer though. He was a songwriter
He
and
was
he
a
was a
great songwriter.
revolutionary.
Yeah.
He was a revolutionary at his time. And so I think that's why my dad liked him
Hmm.
because he wrote music that was like, he kind of had these aspirations to change the world with his music, songwriting, love songs and this kind
Hmm.
of stuff, and songs about the earth. And so Bob Dylan was very much in that same vein. And
Indeed.
yeah, my dad also, he was a songwriter and a guitar player. He wasn't a singer.
There
So
you go.
yeah,
I gotcha.
that probably also helped. But yeah,
Oh
man.
man.
Uh big
Yeah,
shout out,
I've thought of
Terrence.
like um at least for for baby Ollie or OJ or whatever you want to call him. Juice is loose.
Chips is
I
loose. Let's go.
yeah, I'm sorry, but I have so many Halloween costumes picked out for him already, man. OJ, baby. Let's
Oh,
go.
OJ.
I'm so oh man. Hey,
That's
OJ's
so good.
guilty, man. OJ's guilty. Or not guilty. Whatever it is, I don't care.
Oh, yeah, well, it's one of the two, that's
Hey,
for sure.
the glove didn't fit and he wrote a book, so he's clear. Um
He did do both of those things. Yeah,
Dude,
he wrote a book.
he is
Power to you.
he is so crazy because you'll see on social media, he'll just play it off like, "Hey, what's up, guys? It's OJ Simpson here. Oh, we know who you are. We
Yeah, yeah. We know you, OJ.
you don't you don't got to introduce yourself, man. We got you. It's all right.
Well aware. Yeah,
What's
of
up,
like,
Twitter world? It's OJ. I know.
yeah,
I
yeah.
know,
We
dude.
know a lot about you, OJ. Yeah,
There was
we've done the research.
there was I think it was last fall. I guess there was like some serial killer talk going on in Chicago, and
Uh-huh.
OJ Simpson posted this video on Twitter or X, whatever you want to call it now. And he's like, "What up, Twitter world? It's OJ Simpson. For some reason, a lot of people are reaching out to me about this serial killer in Chicago. I don't know why. I think you know why."
Yeah, I'm gonna just take a stab in the dark. I think you probably know I do.
But hey, man,
That's so funny.
hey,
Just playing
not your gloves, not your
the
gloves.
conjure gloves. Oh man. Wow. Good
It's
stuff right there.
but yeah, I've thought about like what music I'm gonna play for. I'm just excited for as he grows older. First off, I pray every day for him to be just a healthy baby and for Kelsey and I to be good parents, right? Um
Yeah, it's good prayer.
and yeah, I mean it's so far it's been okay. Like we're at the house now. He doesn't start daycare. Actually, the daycare is at this church that's in town. Um,
Oh, nice.
which we were gonna go to the church to check it out eventually soon. I don't know. He's just so new and fresh that we don't want to like take him out in public right now.
Yeah,
Um,
that makes sense. That
yeah.
that feels like a common thing. Yeah.
But otherwise, yeah, like he's healthy. He starts daycare soon. But I'm just excited to like watch sports with him or movies or listen to music and
Yeah.
you know
Dude, he's
mold
got a
his
cool
brain.
dad, man.
I think
Yeah.
so. I think so.
That's pretty wild, dude. Like to think, I mean, for one, you're a cool guy. You're gonna make a great dad. And it'll be cool 5, 10, 15, 20 years from now, like just to see you guys age together, you know. We've got to age as friends for about that timeline and grow as
Honestly,
friends and
it's been like 15 years, I think. You and
yeah.
me. Yeah.
Well, honestly, dude, I knew you when I was like 17. So
Yeah, me too. We're the same
in
age.
2 years, bro, it'll be 20 years. 2 decades we've been friends. So that's just wild to think like how your son and you are gonna have a relationship like that, man.
It's weird too because you can uh well, we're the same age pretty much. So it's like when we were younger, we see like our parents like they grow like they're growing older and they're like talking about the memories they had. Oh man, I remember
Uh-huh.
when I saw Eric Clapton do this. Like when you and I are older with our kids and stuff, it's like,
Yeah.
man, do you want to talk about Conor McGregor in 2016? Let's go.
Yeah, bro.
Let's
Yeah, right?
let's
Oh,
go.
dude, I can't wait to tell your son stories, man.
Oh,
All of
dude.
our growing up stories and
Yeah.
yeah,
I'm just excited,
that's
you know, and
yeah, yeah,
I'm excited. So
for
yeah.
sure. It's probably a too early of a question for you. But do you guys got a number in mind, one and done, or you gonna keep it
It's
rolling now that it's going, or
it's so weird because I was already thinking of that like at the hospital because like you see
yeah,
him and I mean when you see your kid for the first time, like all I want to do is just give him like 100% of like my love and time, right? So like
yeah,
I don't want it to be it sounds selfish, but like if we have another kid, I would feel bad I'm not showing enough attention to the other one. A
oh
lot like
sure,
like almost every parent is great at doing that where they can show their attention to multiple kids. Like some of my best friends have multiple kids and they're great parents. You know what I
yeah,
mean? Me, it's
yeah,
just in my head right now. It's just because it's so early. I'm like,
uh-huh,
no, I want to show him like 100% of my time or as much as I
yeah,
can. You know.
yeah,
So I don't know.
yeah.
I don't know.
Well, that feels
Definitely,
common.
uh, we would probably max at two.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
max it too.
Yeah.
So unless the Lord crafts twins in the next go, then three will be the max. But your plan is max at two.
Dude, I was talking to um, Rob and his wife about that. We were like, man, what if these were twins? And she's like, honestly, I wish I would have had twins first, so I could just be done right away. Like if you
Yeah,
get twins, like your second time around, you're like, well, I went from one to three.
dude. Yeah, you were
That's
playing.
scary.
Yep,
That's
just
scary.
right into zone defense. Yep, that's wild, man. That's wild. It's actually funny because um, we have twins in our genes, and so many people have like I say so many people, but legit, so many people have been like Timmery, for example,
Yeah.
was like, "Oh, I had a dream that Aubrey had twins, and I like ran up and like gave her a hug and all
Hey,
this stuff."
her dreams are powerful. We know that from
You
Timmery.
know that's true.
Yeah.
You know that's true. So like when she says that, it holds weight. But multiple people have been like, I had this feeling, like I just got this like impression that I was supposed to tell you you're gonna have twins, and we're like, okay, now it's like way past coincidence. Like, oh, all right, Lord, yeah, twins. If you want to give us twins, we'll take twins. Yes, but I'm like, man, are we actually gonna have twins? I don't know, but that would be cool. I'll be down for that.
I'm excited for you guys, man. Whenever that season comes in your life,
Yeah.
um, you're gonna be an awesome dad too. So it's
Oh,
exciting.
thanks, dude.
It's
Thanks,
exciting.
thanks, man. Yeah. Hopefully, when the time is right. But I mean, now it's like all of our friends, everyone's had kids for a while. I don't want to have everyone else's kids that I care about grow up too old, where our kids like aren't in that same phase of life.
Hmm.
So I believe our time is coming soon. We've waited intentionally a long time,
Yeah.
and so a lot of
That's a
practice under our belt, but
that's a that's a good way. That's a good way of doing it. Honestly, is like, you know, because there is that mental thing that kicks where like, all right, we're married. Like we're talking to our friends who are like our same age group married, and it's just like, hey, when are you guys thinking kids? Because we would like our kids to grow up together, right? So,
yeah.
um, like we're kind of like that, but also, and I always talk about the Malads, like Rob and Andrea. They're like beautiful people, and they have two kids. So like when they were one of the first people we told that we were pregnant.
Oh,
Um,
nice.
because like we were at their house like almost every week doing like dinner or game night or something.
Yeah,
Um, and it was just like we could see kind of how they are as parents, and it's nice seeing in action and then hearing like the people you trust. Um,
yeah.
I can't wait for them to hear this and just be like them saying I'm talking total gibberish right now. But like but no, it's cool to at least learn from the people that you like. You have Casey and Micah, like you've been around them enough
Yeah,
to kind of see how things go. But
right.
I will say this, even my our short time of including pregnancy, so almost a year of all that,
Uh-huh.
the people who think they're the best parents are the ones that don't have kids, like straight up. And I'm not trying to be rude, but like you'll have those people just like, make sure you get this or good luck with that. Like, I'm sorry,
Yeah,
how many kids do you have? Oh, okay.
right.
Like,
Yeah,
okay.
right, right. Like, sometimes credentials matter, like,
Yeah, like what's
I'll
your resume?
probably listen to the parent who's got 5 kids, reared
Yeah,
up 5 kids,
yeah.
over yeah.
And
Yeah,
you can,
there
dude,
yeah.
you can like Picasso it or like Mr. Potato Head it. You could take whatever you want from people and then just kind of like
Uh-huh.
get a good
Yeah,
feel of everything.
yeah. But
Um,
then at the end of the day too, like, you're the parent. What you think and how you wanna raise your kid is, like, you have the final say, like, what you think is best, best for your kid.
yeah,
And so, I'm sure there's probably this really cool, like, thing that happens where you begin to, like, trust your own intuition as a parent, Like, you
yeah,
take some stuff, like you said, but, "Oh, this works for us," or,
hmm
"Now we're not gonna
yeah,
do this." Yeah. So, that's
yeah,
cool, man.
yeah.
Wow, what
That's
a journey, man. Now you're in it, brother.
Now
Good
I'm in
work.
it, and
Yeah.
now, well, now I can stay up late even more, and those UFC cards don't make me too sleepy anymore, man. We got we got some
Yeah,
big
I
ones. Got
mean,
some big ones coming up, dude. I'm super excited for it.
which ones are you most excited about?
Well, in 2 weeks, Volkanovski and Taporia fight, and
I am
that's gonna
so
be,
excited for that one.
dude. Have you seen Taporia's hands? Like when he
I
throws his
saw how
combos,
he put a master class on Josh Emmett.
he did that, but then like some of his highlights, like he's so good at changing levels. And like when it comes to just
Yeah.
boxing, he's very, very good.
I thought
Um,
it was literally a boxing masterclass, him and Josh Emmett. I was like, this, I watched it back to back because it was such a good
yeah,
boxing fight.
yeah, he's so good. And then how
Yeah.
about Volk? Dude, Volk is a goat.
Bulk is a goat, man. I am still really excited about this fight. I think it's going to be an awesome, awesome fight. I actually thought Volk and Yair was going to be maybe more competitive than it was, but Volk being such a goat
So
looked
good,
so
dude.
good.
He's so good.
But yeah,
It sucks because like I probably like yourself, I'm a huge Max Holloway fan, right? Like I love Max.
yeah,
He's
yeah,
I think everyone in the world probably loves him. Like I can't find somebody who doesn't like him. And
yep.
it's their first fight. Sure, I'll give it to Volk. Second fight, I think Max won. Third fight, it was very clear that Max lost. Like very, very clear. But
Yeah,
but I think it goes Volk right now. I think if you talk just the best featherweights in the world, it goes Volk and then Max. But very, very close. So now when you have Taporia there, who hasn't really fought the same competition, like Max's resume is probably the best in that whole weight class.
oh,
Um,
for sure.
but you have Volk versus Taporia, and then
Wait, has Yair and Max fought?
yeah, they fought. Max won.
Okay. Oh,
Max, dude,
let's
here's the deal.
go.
Dude, Max beat. I don't have to pull up his resume. I think I kind of know off the top of my head for the most part. But um he beat Jose Aldo twice. He um
Considered the goat
he
to
did
some.
lose to Dustin Poirier. Yeah, sort of go. He lost to Dustin Poirier. He beat Brian Ortega very bad. He
Yep.
destroyed Kelvin Cater. He beat the Korean Zombie. He beat
Good
Yair.
too. That was an
Yeah,
awesome fight. Him and
like
yeah,
dude,
dude.
he's a stud.
But so then, what do you think? What are your thoughts on him versus Justin? Because he's going up a weight class to fight Justin at 155.
Yeah, but I think when he fought um Dustin, it was on short notice at 155.
Oh,
So
was
like
it?
when Max fought Justin for like the interim championship or whatever, like he
Yeah,
didn't even look big. Like he looked kind of like doughy, I
yeah.
guess if that makes sense, because he looks small for that weight class. So if he
Uh
has
huh.
time to like put on muscle, I don't know what his power is gonna. He doesn't. He's never really had power.
Yeah, and Justin is like has
Justin's
devastating
bad.
power.
Justin's bad.
I mean,
Justin's a
it's
bad
going to be a
man.
great fight. I hope it's going to be a great fight. I'm super excited for it.
You know what though? Max has
Um,
never been knocked down.
right.
Never been knocked down or wobbled ever.
Yeah. I don't imagine it's going to be a wrestling fight,
If it
right?
does,
I mean,
then
it's going to be a stand and banger.
yeah, it'll be a stand and bang. But like, dude, I think it depends because when Max and Volk fought, Volk was chopping Max's legs a lot. And of
Uh,
course, Justin has good leg kicks. So
yeah,
if you do that and you limit Max's distance control and movement a little bit, Max is way
right.
quicker. Max is insanely
Yeah,
faster, I would
yeah.
assume.
And his
Um,
output is so high too. At least with his hands, like he puts out.
yeah, and I don't know who would get tired out of those two. You know,
Yeah. Oh, that's
Justin
a
gets hit a
crazy.
lot. Like he definitely gets hit a lot. Like he got wobbled a couple times against Chandler. I think he got like hit pretty well against Dustin in their last fight, and of course Dustin knocked him out in their first fight.
Yeah,
Um,
that was
but
crazy. I was shocked that it
I
went
just
that way. I thought it was going to be a going the distance, just slugfest. But
Dustin
good
and
for
Justin.
yeah, good for Gaethje on that for
I will
sure.
say the nicest thing about that, obviously, Poirier is probably one of my favorite fighters of all time. Like I love him, and
Yeah, me too.
I think, I think the nice thing was it was like a quick shot, head kick,
Yeah.
knocked him out
Uh huh.
cold, no follow up
Yep.
shot. It was just boom done.
Yep.
Like he didn't take a lot of damage. It was
Yeah.
early, so
Yeah.
that
I
part's
also
okay.
feel like I mean I got an affinity for Justin too. Colorado. He was in some capacity part of the Genesis fight team that I went to. I never saw him there or met him, but he was there at times and he trains with our kickboxing coach at Genesis is his coach, at least for kickboxing. but he'll be in the corner probably with him. But so I got an affinity. I love Justin. I love, kind of hometown guy and as a fighter as well. I remember when this just came to mind, but when he like made the switch, because I remember when he was like wild and I was like, man, I don't think this guy can like make it fighting like this. And then he like made the like conscious switch and he became more kind of cerebral. And I was like, I
Yeah.
really like him. But his coaches, man, Trevor is like a mastermind.
I think
So I
Trevor helped him
imagine,
so much. I think
yeah.
he really helped him so much with that, with his striking and control instead of going wild. Because he can always go
Oh
wild.
yeah.
Like you always have this, but like let's
Uh-huh.
work on this. And if something happens here, dude, you can always go back to what you know, and that's
Yep.
just throwing bombs.
Throwing bombs. But like I'm sure watching Max's last fight with Volk, they probably took so many notes on leg kicks and do's and don'ts, just
Yeah.
knowing the level of coaching that he has. So I'm like,
It's so funny because like you and I are diehard fans. Like we've been following the sport for over 15 years probably. And
yep,
like
long time.
I'm sure you still have this too, but like there's times in my head like when I'm watching a fight or I hear a fight announced and like there's training videos I'm watching, I'm like, man, I hope Max knows that those leg kicks, like, dude, these are professionals. You know those coaches are watching film. like,
Hundred
like
percent,
part of
dude.
me is just like,
100%.
dude, like, dude, gosh, I hope they're ready for Dustin's output because his boxing's
Yeah,
top notch. I'm like, dude, these are professional coaches that do this.
yeah.
Like,
I
I'm
think I
sure
think
they know what's up.
that's the love in the game in us, dude, and the coach's heart in us too. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
we've been watching now long enough where we've developed our own eyes for the game, and
Oh
but
yeah.
yeah, you're exactly right. They're like, yeah, we saw that like years ago. That's like page one of our 20-page essay on how to beat. Yeah, we got that.
But yeah, I know what you're saying. Where like Justin was so wild, and then it was, I think, right before he fought like James Vick or something like that. He switched to Trevor.
Uh huh.
I don't know if he always had Trevor, but I feel like that's when he like really started getting more technical and his
Yeah.
punching and boxing was better. And then from there, dude, it was like he messed up tons of people. And then his big show was against Tony Ferguson, where he
Yep.
just put
Dude,
it. That was insane. What happened?
that
That
was
was.
insane.
Were you in Indiana?
I think I was.
So did you watch it at my house with Kyle
I
and
think I
Devin?
did. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
I
Okay.
feel like that's when we saw like a piece of Tony's soul like leave him.
Oh,
Like
dude,
he
that's
almost, in my estimation, hasn't been the same since that fight.
so that was in 2020. That was the first UFC event of COVID, and there was nobody in the crowd, so you could hear everything,
Oh yeah.
all the
Yep.
punches, dude. And you're like,
Slaps and thumps and
holy cow, man.
yeah, dude.
Yeah, that was insane. But
That
I don't
yep,
know.
that's gonna be good. That's gonna be a good fight for
That'll be
sure.
good. And then I'm looking because Dustin fights in March. He's a
Yeah.
co-main with who's on there? Oh, Sugar Sean and Cheeto are on that one. That'll be a
Oh,
good
let's
card too.
go. I'm stoked for that. That's gonna
That'll
be a
be
good
good.
it's gonna be a good fight. I like that fight a lot too. I like the matchup. I like the second fight. I like, you know, say what you will. Sean's got his side of the story. Cheeto's got his. I mean, but a win's a win, some may say. So I'm excited to see how they run it back because
Hot
I
hot
feel like
take.
that's going to be, yeah.
Sorry, no, go ahead.
No, hot take it up.
Oh, Corey Sandhagen beats them both and will be champion by the end of the year.
Yeah, I was actually
Corey's going to
thinking
be
that same thing.
champion by the end of the year. 100%.
Yeah. Corey Sandhagen versus Sean O'Malley's, I feel like a way more dangerous fight than Cheeto. I could be dead wrong, but that's how I feel. Also, on that note, have you watched any of Sandhagen's YouTube?
He does doesn't he like do training videos and stuff?
He does like training tutorials. They are so good, dude.
He's so
Like,
good. Plus he's his like his striking approach and how he breaks things down in trans is very good too. His movement, his angles,
movement, yeah. His mind, though, his fighting
mind
mind.
is really good.
He has the like conceptual mind of fighting. Is very deep thinker. But yeah, fighting IQ, high fight IQ.
Fighting IQ, there you go.
Yep.
I don't think he has a fight scheduled. I think he definitely deserves a fight more than Cheeto, but because of like the history, which I
Yeah.
don't like that too much where um it goes from what fight sells to what fight is deserving.
Yeah,
But whatever. I mean, it's fine. As a fight
yeah.
fan, I'm cool with either or. I'm gonna watch either or most of the
Oh,
time.
for sure.
Most of the time. But
Yeah,
yeah, I mean, there's some good
yeah.
fights coming up. Like in a couple weeks, it's Alex, and then next month in March, it's the Dustin's on that card against the French assassin God of War. Is his name? He's ranked.
Great name.
So, his name is Benoit. Um,
Oh yeah,
I
yeah.
can't pronounce his last name, but
Benoit.
he's ranked like 14. He was in the French military. He's probably killed somebody in real life. I don't know. Um, because of the military. That's why. Because he's
Perhaps. I mean, yeah. There's honestly, if we're a betting man, if we had to put like numbers on it, there's probably a high percentage.
probably a good chance.
I mean,
Um,
yeah.
but Dustin's a dog.
He's got
Dustin's
the dog
scrap.
in him.
Yeah.
There's no quitting that
Yeah.
man. Yeah.
So I'm excited.
Anytime Dustin fights, I'm tuning in for
Who do you,
sure.
who do you think? It's supposed to be announced this week, actually. Probably,
For 300.
yeah, for the main event. Who do you think it is?
Yeah. Well, I heard Connor say he's coming back in June, July.
Yeah, that's what he said.
So
Dana doesn't say that. Connor says that. So that's the
I
difference.
know. Well, you saw that clip, right? That was circulating. He's like,
Where
I
he's
got a
just got the
date. I
got
got
the
a name.
one.
Yeah. Yeah, I got an opponent. I gotta wait. And then he laughs after.
Yeah.
So it's like, all right, was it serious? Was it not? We don't know. But um he called out 185 as the weight.
He
I love
knows
that.
he knows that like anything he's in total control. That is like the
100%.
thing that he has. He's like,
100%.
dude, I can call any damn shot I want.
Yeah. Well, and
And
that's the thing too,
can't tell
because the
him
main
no.
hasn't. Yeah, right. The main hasn't got announced for 300, so that could have been a ploy. And then he comes out, the last announcement, he would save that announcement for himself. So the last announcement gets announced, Connor and Chandler maybe, or whomever Connor decides. But I, uh, I feel as though Chandler should get it. I mean, with Tough and with all the back and forth with kind of Connor saying um, that he could have it. It is it the most um, high end fight that I want to see Connor in? I don't know if it is.
I
If
don't
it's the
here's
number one fight, but
I would like to see Connor win when he comes back,
yeah,
but I like Chandler, man. Chandler is awesome too. I really like him.
yeah.
I don't think he can beat Chandler.
See, but yeah,
Part
Chandler's
of the
been
reason
active.
that's the biggest thing is the
Yeah,
activity. That's why, dude. That's why he got knocked out when he fought Dustin Poirier. He was off for like 2.5 years. He comes
yeah,
back, fights DP in Abu Dhabi. DP's been
yeah.
active in dog fights
Active
time
in
and time
dog
again,
fights.
and then you're just gonna
Yeah,
step in and fight against this guy who's got pretty much better boxing than you. So now you're gonna
right,
fight somebody like Chandler, who is explosive, strong, fast
right.
wrestler.
Well, and he's been fighting Justin Gaethje. Been in there with Tony Ferguson, been in there with
His chin
DP.
probably like he could get knocked out. Connor could land a shot on him. He takes shots. But
Yeah. Oh,
Chandler definitely gets
100%.
hit a lot. He's very hittable.
Yeah, but he's very explosive. Yeah, got the activity under his belt. I think it's a fun fight. I mean, it's weird to say, but it seems like anything is possible with Connor. My honest take and concern is this might be a hot take, but I do wonder if all the new whiskey, he got the apple whiskey out now, he's got the stout out now, he got the restaurant.
Have you had
If
the
all the
apple whiskey? Have you
activity,
had it before?
I have, yeah,
It's
I
pretty
made hot
good.
toddies with it,
It's
real
pretty
nice.
good, baby. It's
Yeah,
pretty good.
real good with the hot toddies, man, real
Oof.
nice. But I just wonder if that has taken a toll,
Oh, it
if the
has.
like,
Yeah.
so I don't know, man. And it seems like at times Michael Chandler is very disciplined in his lifestyle, in his approach to fighting. So
He's got I guess it's the tequila was already made before, but he's a
yeah,
co-partner of Hiatus Tequila now.
I heard that.
He was in Fishers, Indiana.
Really?
He was at the Kroger dropping off signed bottles, and he didn't like announce it that he was there until I saw So I saw that he was on Ariel Hawani like after he signed with Hiatus, and then
Yeah.
he's like, yeah, we're going to place like I'll go to Indiana. We're gonna like do some bottle signings, and then he never announced when. And I saw like on his Instagram, he's like, hey, what's up, guys? We're here at Fishers, Indiana, right now,
What?
signing some bottles and dipping out. And I was like, bro,
Bro,
I'm
you gotta
like,
announce that, man.
I'm 30 minutes away. So,
Dude, the
but I
people would
guess
have came out.
he mentioned like I guess he mentioned that he'll be back again for stuff. But
Oh, that's cool.
yeah, but no, I see what you're saying. Like I could, it's very, very believable that Connor's focus on the pub, the whiskey, the stout, like, and the money he makes not getting hit. Yeah, it
Right.
can take his focus off. But that doesn't say he doesn't love training or love MMA. Like he definitely
Yeah.
does. But it's like,
I think
dude,
he's
I've
got one of the deepest loves for it still. I mean, we've seen that time and time again, but the time off and like I I probably would put money on Connor still just for the
mm,
fact of like I've always believed in his training, his methods, his mind, you know. He's got probably one of the toughest minds. And so for those factors, like he can never be counted out, in my opinion. But
um,
it almost and then to me as well, the fact that he's even willing to take a Michael Chandler fight just
yeah, that
goes
is crazy.
it says it all right there, you know.
Yeah,
Like would
yeah.
I do that? Probably not. I would probably try to get a fight that I know I could win and get back in the game, you know. So for that alone, it's like, yeah, man, you're a dog. You got the heart of the
Well,
double champ.
Joe Rogan said on the the most recent Fighter Companion episode, he they were asking like Eddie Bravo and Brennan Schaub were asking him like, "Hey, what's up with UFC 300?" And I think Joe knows who the main event is going to be. He's like,
Uh-huh.
"Yeah," he's like, "They're trying to pull off something real big. If they can do it, if they can land it, it's going to be huge." He didn't say what it was, obviously, but he said
Yeah,
they're trying to do something big. And to me, like I'm thinking I think the biggest thing would be like Khabib coming back,
that would be crazy.
but apparently it's during Ramadan and he doesn't fight during Ramadan.
But who would he even fight?
He could fight Connor in Moscow, or it won't be in Moscow. But like if you have Connor and Khabib, UFC 300, but then there's the GSP and Khabib, but that doesn't make sense. I think the argument too is like UFC 300 is going to sell itself. You don't need Connor on the headline.
Yeah, right. Yeah,
Like
let him come back in June.
You can have Connor on any other, and it's going to get a ridiculous
Well,
amount of
because
sales.
honestly, then he could like focus for a few extra months. You know, he could
Sure.
get his
Yeah.
mind right. Um, sure, it'd be a great headline, but dude, him versus Habib again. Like Habib's been training as far as coaching. He's been in the gym with the guys with
Oh, he
Islam, like
loses. Khabib will beat him again.
for sure, right?
Yeah.
Like
Like I'm
I
sorry.
don't even want to see that. Yeah,
I really like Connor. Like I'm a Connor fan, but no, he loses to Khabib.
yeah,
Khabib's just a stud.
he's a stud. I would
He's
love to see
good.
him come back against anyone, really. Yeah, I would definitely tune in for that.
But we'll
But
see. It's supposed to be announced this week. Um,
yeah, John Jones would be a big name. I know he's recovering.
yeah, I don't know if he how long he's out for because he would be out because he was supposed to fight. Was it
Stipe.
Yeah, but was that November or December he was supposed to fight?
Oh, I don't remember.
Might have been,
I
I
don't
think it was
know.
November. It was November. Um, and then they had like Aspinall and somebody else, that other big guy.
Yeah, the big Russian guy.
But I don't remember how long his injury recovery was, if it was like 6 months or 8 months, because that would put him around like May, I
Yeah.
think. So who knows when he comes back, but it should be Stipe for that. So we'll
Oh
see.
yeah, for sure.
We'll see.
Yeah.
Like I think like a huge fight they could put on for like they could do Connor versus Nate Diaz 3. That would be
Yeah,
that would
they
be
could.
insane, you know.
Yeah. And that was honestly that was a good fight. That was a competitive fight, back and forth. That would that would be a ton of fun. And they could finally settle the score, you know, there's history, there could be great build up. Um yeah, that could be good. I like that a lot. Knowing Connor though too, would he want that or would he want to take on Leon or something like that and try to snatch the belt, like go for gold right out the gate.
He would just go for gold and then just dip out because he's never defended his belt. So he would come in, win it, and be like, "All right, peace out."
Peace out. Yeah,
Which
the
like
triple champ.
the more I see it like from someone like Connor, I kind of respect it. Where it's just like you guys are beating each other back and forth. Blah blah. I do this. I'll come in, win. All right, I'm good. Pieces.
Yeah.
Like,
Actually, though, as far as a matchup, I wouldn't mind Leon style versus Connor style. I think that could be a good stylistic matchup.
yeah, they're both southpaws, right? Isn't Leon a southpaw?
Yeah,
Okay, yeah,
yeah,
that would be good.
both good stand-up fighters. Yeah, that could be a fun matchup. And then, I mean, three-time champ, 45, 55, 70.
No, it'd
I
be
could
40.
see him.
Oh yeah, it is 70. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's right.
I could see him doing that. I'm calling the shot.
There was a rumor. I saw a rumor on Twitter last week, and then like it started circling on like other posts or stories, whatever. It was Dana White would announce a 65-pound weight class, eliminating 70, making a 75-pound weight class. Therefore, 65 could be for the belt for Connor and Chandler at UFC 300.
Oh wow, that would be crazy, dude.
Yeah, because that'd be cool. I
That
mean,
yeah,
you'd probably have
that
more
would
like
be
quote
crazy.
unquote champ with more active champs because it's 10 more
Yeah,
pounds. Like I
yeah,
think it should be 10 pounds every 10 pounds. That makes sense because then you go
it
like
does.
because right now what is it? It goes 55 to 70 and then 70 to
Yep,
85, then 85 to 205. Like,
right.
give
Yeah,
give me something in between there. Give me
those are
those guys
those
that
are big
don't want to
gaps.
cut that much weight. But who
Uh-huh.
knows? Who
That
knows?
could be really cool. People have been gunning for that for a long time too, so that could be really cool. That'd be really good for the fighters too. Not
Yeah.
having to cut that much weight, get in your actual proper weight class.
You probably have more
Um,
longevity too. People probably
you
stick
would for
around
sure.
more.
Yeah. Yep. I like that. That's a good idea. That's a golden $1 million idea right there. So
Thank you.
you have to just send this to Dana and tell him to take a listen, and he can have all the credit for it, but the people will know that.
The people will know. Yeah. The people
Yeah,
already know. I think the people know. The people know.
yeah, they know. Yeah, man.
But we'll see, man. I know we'll have to have you back on once right before that fight. We could talk about it. Because that's in April. Um
Yeah, yeah.
I
Once it gets
have
announced.
once it gets announced, I'll have uh it's so Austin Hawkard and Gabe Soderman are in a band called Absent Handed. And the
Yeah.
vocalist, his name is Lewis. He's been on here before. He's also a huge UFC guy. So he's coming back on in a couple weeks. And we're gonna talk about probably the same thing, just what his
Yeah.
thoughts are on like the cards coming up. But they also have a show coming up in Minneapolis, their first show actually on March 22nd.
Oh, sweet, man.
So we'll probably talk about that. And I think I'm gonna be there.
Yeah.
It just depends
Hope
on how
so.
things are going with the kiddo,
I hope you make it.
and the wife and stuff. But I'm planning to be there.
Yeah, man. That'd be fun. Be a good time.
We can, yeah,
Real
because
good
I
time.
haven't been to Minnesota since October, so it'll be good to go up there. I don't know when we're gonna bring the kid up there. Um, I know like
Dude,
traveling.
actually, we may have to do a little coordination because we were thinking about taking a spring trip up to Minnesota too. So
Ooh,
yeah, man, we might have to do a little same time, same place.
okay, that'd be sweet,
Yeah.
man. That'd be sweet. Yeah, I'll let you know like as it gets closer. We're just playing it kind of by ear with because Kelsey will still be on leave. I actually don't go on my uh leave from work until April.
Oh,
So
really?
yep, I get some paid time off. I get
Let's
paternity
go.
leave from them.
Good, man. As you
Which is
should.
yeah, it'll be nice
Did you
because
guys? Yeah.
hmm,
Oh, did you guys like offset it? Like she get time first, and then when she goes back, you get time.
yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
I could have done it at the same time, but part of the reason we spaced it out was mainly just because of daycare. mainly
Yeah.
because of daycare. Like we want to go as long as we can without daycare because daycare prices are like a mortgage a
Yeah.
month, dude. It's like
Yeah.
it's anywhere from on average, it's anywhere from like 325 to something like 4 a week or something like that. So you total that up,
Wow.
dude, you're paying like $1,500 a month, you know.
Wild, bro. Yeah.
Um,
Wow.
which I get it, like, you're dropping your kid off so someone can watch your kid, but also anytime you bring your
Right.
kid to daycare, dude, they get sick and then they bring that sickness home and then you're feeling like crap. But it
Right.
just that's what kids do, man. They're little petri dishes, man.
Little petri dishes.
Yeah,
Yep.
they're all out
Yep.
there just you're around other kids who have their hand in their butt playing with toys and they put the toy in their mouth or something stupid. You know what it's like.
Yeah, man. Yeah. They're givers. They give everything they got.
They are givers
Sickness
and
included, man.
yeah,
Real generous. Like,
that's
you didn't have to
that's
give that to us, but
oh, bless
yeah,
your heart. Bless
little
your heart,
givers.
Caleb. I appreciate it. Thanks, Trevor.
We got a Caleb who works with us, and he's yoked. So thank you, Caleb.
Thank you,
Thank
Caleb.
you for being such a giver. You need to give those
um
weights a break.
so you got any big plans this year? If we're gonna close out with some aspirations or some motivation from you. What's your
I
biggest
love that, dude. I
plan
love
this
that.
year?
Um, well, currently right in front of me, going on a snowboarding trip next weekend. So
Ooh.
West Virginia with Caleb and his little brother and his dad. Um, I was, I was, yeah, in a small group. Actually, the some of the premarital stuff that you and I and Kelsey did
Yeah.
was from this small group that I was a part of.
Okay.
And so we're gonna take a little guys trip, snowboarding trip, hit the slopes, and I spent a lot of some time wakeboarding this last summer,
Okay.
and getting my water feet under me, and so it's very similar to snowboarding. So I'm excited to
I
see how it
need to
translates.
I want to wakeboard. I really
It's so
do.
fun.
I tried it the one time I tried it, man. I was in Minnesota, of course, and it was uh I was I was hooked up. I was on the rope and then I don't know if it was just me trying to get the leverage down and then whoever was driving the boat, like when they take off and slow down and all that stuff. But I
Yeah.
just kept crashing forward and the more I did it, the more water got up my nose. And I'm like,
Oh
dude,
yeah.
I'm good right now.
On the start when you're trying to start and get up.
Yeah, so it was like
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
like I would go and then I had it and then I don't know if either I gave out or if they just didn't pick the speed up with it and then I would just give forward and then just
Yeah.
water up my nose like 5 times in a row and I'm like, bro,
Yep.
because what's funny is like you're doing that, you have everyone on the boat watching you and then you have people on the boat giving you tips. I'm like, listen,
Oh yeah.
I'm listening to what you guys are saying. It's not transferring.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Yeah.
I'm just not
Yep.
gonna do it again. I'll do it in a couple hours. I'll try it. But yeah.
Uh-huh.
But yeah,
No, I get it, dude.
I'd like to wakeboard again for sure.
It's so fun, but it's also very similar to snowboarding. How you carve and how you balance and even like hit the wake. And so I'm excited to see how it translates on the hills. But it may be, I think this year, like we talked about earlier, maybe the time that we finally try here soon, not too soon, but soon. So, um, yeah, man, I'm trying to just get into a rhythm of discipline with my morning routine and with myself and my body and time with the Lord and all of these things. And so it's funny, like when we enter a new year, like looking back and how we want to change and then hoping that we keep those changes going. And so it's still fresh, January is still fresh. And so I'm coming out of some good momentum. So the big plan is to just keep it going, man.
Yeah.
And so uh, yeah, I want to be different on the other end of it. So that's kind of the goal so far. But yeah, on that note, work might change as well. Location may change. And so we're just kind of being flexible and trying to play by ear, make the best moves as they come. So we'll
That's
see.
good.
It's going
That's
to be a
good.
good year, though. That's for sure.
That's good.
How about you,
Yeah.
man? Same question to you.
Kind of the same thing. I want to just have more purpose with doing things and kind of staying a little more consistent throughout it. So whether it's like, hey, I'm gonna try this
Yeah.
I want to make sure that I give it enough attention to actually like see value. So whether it is a
good.
discipline in the morning, or like less time on my phone, or less time on materialistic things. Whatever it is, I just want to kind of stick to that.
Yeah.
I think I learned this from Rob actually. Like he does a couple years ago, like he had a goal of like, hey, what's your like New Year's resolution? He's like, I want to make the perfect grilled cheese. So it's like, so I want to have like one fun thing where it's like this year I want to like, man, I want to really, really get my pizza down or something like that,
Yeah.
So I'm
I
kind of
love that.
yeah, so I'm like that right now. I really want to get a good pizza down, and like I've just been I don't know, I've been like more hard on myself. The last couple of times we made pizza, I'm like, this sucks. What the hell is going on? Like the dough's not rising like it used to. And like I'm just really getting hard on myself, but I just need to be patient. Um
Yeah.
so so I think this year it's similar, just more discipline with certain things or goal setting.
Uh-huh.
I want to dive into the Bible a lot more.
Yeah, let's go. Let's
Like
start a plan together.
I'll wake up. We should. I wake up. I'll read the verse of the day. I'll do my prayers throughout the day and just kind of just that's kind of the gist of it.
Yeah.
But otherwise, I don't know. Just grow a little bit more with wisdom.
Yeah.
And just kind of make sure that I also take good care of myself. I think that's the other big one. Because a lot of
Yeah.
times, especially now, like I'm taking care of the baby. I'm making sure Kelsey's good. Which that's not just my duty, but that's just like what I want to do. Like that's my wife and that's my kid. But
Yeah,
at the
for
same time, I
sure.
have to remind myself to take good care of myself. You know.
Got to. Yeah, because
So
that's such a good point, dude, because it's hard sometimes to take care of other people to the best that you can if you're not taking care of yourself.
yeah,
Like you don't want to spend all your time taking care of yourself where they get neglected, but you'll probably be able to take care of them better by taking care of yourself.
yeah, and I think that's something that like I don't know. I've just kind of like always need to remind myself, and I'm not like doing very good at that. Just reminding myself like, hey, um, I need to take care of myself. I need to respect myself as well in the process of like being there for other people. You know.
Hmm.
So
That's
it's
good, man. That's a good reminder.
yeah. But that's
Well,
that's 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 like a big chunk. That's pretty much it. Like I just want to just be better.
yeah, we should. I was a part of this group where we'd meet as a guys group every Thursday, and for a year. And at the end of our group, it's kind of similar to what you just asked me, but we would do commitments to change. Like we would think of our own how we want to change and be better, and then we would, as a means of motivation, come up with our own consequences as well. Like if we didn't, follow through, and it ranged. Like some of them were funny. Sometimes the guys were feeling real froggy and be like, "I'm not playing video games for a week," or "I'm going to sell my Xbox if I don't do it." And sometimes they'd be like, sometimes there's physical stuff. I'm going to do 100 push-ups if I don't X Y Z. Kind of fill in your own
Yeah.
consequence. But we should do some follow-up, man, where we're like telling each other some things, commitments to change, keeping each other accountable. Um, because that'd be great. I mean, if I know anything, dude, we can't do any of these things alone. So
Yeah.
we may just
Yeah, I'd
need
be
each
down.
other.
I'd be down for that for sure, man. I think
Yeah,
yeah, I appreciate that. We should do that. Definitely do
yeah.
that. So sweet, man. Well,
Cool, man.
thank you for being on, man. It's always
No,
a
dude.
pleasure. Always a
Yeah,
pleasure.
yeah. It's always good to talk to you, man. I'm glad
Uh,
that
I'm glad we
we
could
can
catch
put this
up
out in the
too.
world forever and just catch up, man. The people can hear us just chopping it up.
Just chopping it up.
But I love you, man.
I
It's
love you
good to
too, man.
talk to you. Good to hear from you, man. And excited for you.
Thanks,
Excited
man.
for
I'm
yeah your
excited
new
for you.
season of life. Yeah,
You too, man. I can't wait to for you to meet him and
and whether it's up here or if we take a trip down there or something, or wherever
Bro, let's
wherever
go.
you go.
Let's go,
Okay,
man.
dude.
Let's go. All
All
right,
right,
brother. Love
man.
you, man.
Love you
Peace
too,
out.
homie.
Give you a little baby a kiss on the forehead for me.
All right, deuces.
Peace out, Kels. Deuce.
Deuce.